Now I welcome you to my X story time lapse. This part right here that I'm animating right now is talking about how X discovered humans. And in the wiki is talking about something called the Gamma Expedition, which I think is the expedition that is the reason why X came to the human world so he could grab more souls. By the way, in this video I wouldn't even be showing part 1 of the animation, which is the first segment of the animation. I think it's gonna be coming on June 10th or 9th. And by the way, June 10th is the birthday of an upcoming series called Friendly Fire. There's gonna be this thing called Friendly Fire Week, which starts at June 10th and ends at June 19th. Why did I say it so weird? Ugh. Now, Friendly Fire is a series where all my friends and friends that aren't from my state all fight inside of a big gray, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's basically my pocket dimension. It's just a gray place that has a gray background and a half gray floor. Well, it's pretty dark gray, and a dark gray wall. And going through the dark gray wall, you'll find a dark gray city. Well, not a dark gray city, but a gray city. Yeah. Wow, this doesn't really make sense. Bad grammar. But since my Friendly Fire Creator channel is looking a little bit dry and is probably asking for water right now. But yeah, today I'm gonna be giving away some Friendly Fire lore that's half of my friends in my friend group already know about. Now, here's the first piece of information. This is the beginning, all the way back, not before worlds even existed. When the third dimension was still free of humans, I existed. And I existed as a fourth dimensional creature that was interested inside of the third dimensional realm. So, before I even got into there, here is one of the Friendly Fire entities. I introduce you to Negligence. By the way, this is his new design, but yeah, I might show you the old design later in the video. I'm not even predicting myself. But Negligence was an experiment that I did before I came to the three-dimensional realm. Basically, I grabbed the negative energy from my fourth dimensional creature powers and put it inside of a dead body, creating Negligence. Negligence literally hates me for existing, but since my testing experiment was a success, I decided to come into the three-dimensional realm by going into a three-dimensional body, getting some three-dimensional clothes, and living a three-dimensional life. I met some friends along the way, characters like Aiden, Chandler, Mari, and AJ, and also Terrence because I forgot to include him. But yeah, those were my students except for AJ. Here is all their powers. Aiden's power is speed, like speed that's faster than RG Sonic. And if you watch a video that's without RG Sonic, you will absolutely know how cracked he is. Chandler's powers is able to buff anything at will, turning things into a black, thick substance. And he does this with his arms for better combat mobility. And also, by the way, Friendly Fire characters have ult. But yeah, Chandler is able to keep up with Aiden a little bit. Now, here's Mari's powers. Mari's powers is fire, except he mastered it. Terran's powers are able to be seeing the future. And you might be saying, "Oh yeah, this is so cracked. Like, why you place it on Terrence? Why, nigger?" By the way, I'm black, so I can't say the N-word. But yeah, the reason why, well, not the reason why, but Terrence have seen future powers. And his weaknesses are Aiden, AJ, and Mari, because AJ can make himself unpredictable. What else? Mari has adapted to it in the Friendly Fire series, by the way, and Aiden hit his speed. like, you cannot deny, if someone is faster than Archie Sonic and you put them in a boxing ring against a guy who has wind power and able to see the future, who do you think is gonna win? Exactly, the guy with better speed. Oh yeah, by the way, all the characters that I just mentioned in Friendly Fire are actually my real friends. Yes, they really are my real friends. That isn't a bummer. That isn't even a shocker. Ooh. Now you may be asking, what happened after you got the three-dimensional code? I got trained for combat by a good friend of mine, well, an old friend of mine, the Corn. And no, his name isn't actually spelled V. Corn is Dakarn. But yeah, once after he trained me, I finally started to realize that his training sessions were getting a lot more boring. So I kicked him in the balls and left. But yeah, once after I did that, I decided to grab more students. And that's basically the students I was just talking about now. But then, while one of my training sessions was still happening, Aiden wanted me to, Aiden introduced me to a new guy that wanted to become a student of mine, named Zacharias. Now, in the archive/old story of Friendly Fire, Zacharias was known as the fraud of Friendly Fire. Even AJ asked me, why does Zacharias have more skill? Because in the Friendly Fire that I'm animating right now, by the way, I'll be posting the old Friendly Fire, except there's still things I have to get done about the new Friendly Fire. But yeah, in the old Friendly Fire, Zacharias, he had telekinesis and he was able to dip a rock into a volcano and bring it to the area where he was at. Sorry for making my voice a little bit loud there in the editing, but yeah, basically I need people to hear that. But now his new powers is not telekinesis. Instead, his new powers is energy construct, what else? And basically, he's a samurai now. But yeah, that's all the Friendly Fire information for now. I'm posting this to both of my channels. Oh yeah, by the way, how was your day? Let me know in the comments.